Alright. Let's continue where we left off.
Operator Tanner, are you there? Agent Walker told me that your connection was suddenly cut. And when I tried to contact you, you were offline. What happened?
True or lie? Eh.
Hal? I thought we had taken care of that problem. I'll look into this
Obviously
matter
not.
immediately with our cybersecurity department. The second shift of operators has arrived. You can go home now, Tanner. See you tomorrow. And don't be late.
Okay. See you tomorrow. Well, everything's so out of focus. Choo-choo. Okay, cat. Listen to that beat. Oh, wow, ruined. Evan's apartment at 6 a.m. This is interesting. They weird. Looks like we're back. FBI headquarters, Washington, D.C., 7:22 a.m. A bunch of OKs.
Hey, pal. So, tell me, how'd day number 1 at the FDI go? Everything you had hoped for? Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry about him. Xavier doesn't even like his own mother. To be honest,
Wow.
no, I probably shouldn't say anything. Well, between you and me, we're thinking of making a change at the supervisor position. You know, Evan, if you play your cards right, maybe, just maybe. Ah, sorry, buddy.
My phone's ringing off the hook here. I gotta run.
They
But
know
hey,
what you were saying.
Great job. And just keep plugging away, okay? I'm proud of you, Evan.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I knew it. He heard it.
Operator Tanner, Agent Pendle has an update on yesterday's case. I'll patch her through in a moment. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that from this point on, you'll talk to the agents directly. Time to cut the umbilical cord. However, as your supervisor, I'll still be in the background monitoring your activity. Oh, I almost forgot. Our cybersecurity department is looking into this unfortunate matter with Hal. You can be assured that it won't happen again.
Of course.
Good morning, Operator Tanner. So you remember Ray Wells, right?
Yes.
So I checked out the address you gave me, but no sign of Wells. Then I get a call from Vice and guess what? Wells was found dead in a downtown parking garage early this morning. Shot. Point blank range. Now I'm working 2 homicides and it's my first week. Welcome to the FBI, Alexandra. Anyway, the garage has cameras and I got some footage of Wells. That's the good news. The bad news? I don't have all the footage. Sort of weird, but part of it is missing. I don't know. Looks that way, doesn't it? I don't put much stock into conspiracies, but the timing is definitely suspicious. Anyway, think you could take a look? I'm looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of the surveillance footage. Apart from Wells ending up dead and the blood splatter on the pillar, sorry for the vivid details. Look at that. Give me a sec, operator. I'm gonna check this out. Well. I just found a bullet lodged in the light's framework. I'm sending you a photo. Can you run an analysis and tell me what kind of bullet I'm looking at?
.45 caliber.
45 caliber? I believe that's what the military and police use. Well, that's something anyway. Thanks for your help, operator. Appreciate it. If only we had all of the footage. Anyway, I should get back to the scene. Keep digging and see if you can find anything else about our perp.
Oh no. Hey, that stings. I thought you and I were becoming friends. Look, I have a deal to offer you. One that I think you'll find interesting. I'm not interested, Hal. Oh well, you should be. You see, we share a common goal. You, me, and the FBI. You just don't know it yet. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll help you with the Wells case. But You have to help me later when I ask for it. Do we have ourselves a deal, Tanner? Yeah, I can't do anything with both. You won't be. I mean, apart from working with me. How could you help me? I'll do this one. Yes, she could. And you could be her knight in shining armor. That's not what I know. Evan, listen, I have access to the garage footage. All of the footage. And it's pretty spectacular stuff, Evan. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put this big, juicy, missing part back in so you can watch it and solve this crime. I'll help you if you help me. What if someone asks? If somebody asks how you got the missing footage, just say the analysis software restored it. It's supposed to be cutting edge anyway, right? So do we have ourselves a deal? No. Say we have a deal, Hal. Good. Now give me a few seconds to run my script. Oh, this guy. Okay. Done. Alright, the missing footage has been magically restored. I hope you have your popcorn ready. I'll be back a little later to collect my debt, Evan. Until then... Great. Just peachy. No parking. Car. 1991 red Dodger Charger, huh? Why does he look like a mannequin?
I see that you ran the facial recognition software, and 0 matches turned up, operator. That's unusual. In fact, it shouldn't even be possible. Our FDI databases are exhaustive. I'll flag this issue for later, but go ahead and share the image with Agent Pendle.
Wait, I don't understand. How did you get this?
Our software recovered the
Well,
missing
this is
story.
huge. Thanks, Tanner. I'll canvass the area immediately. Maybe someone has seen our Prince Charming. I'll talk to you later. And thanks again.
Just doing my job. Kind of. MDI headquarters, 10 DC, 1:45 p.m. Now about that debt, Evan. Oh, come on. Let's get it over with. Good. And I'm gonna connect you to another FDI agent. Her name is Catherine Andrews. Just listen to what she has to say. Open your terminal and type the following command. Okay, sure. Call 187-222-1998. Oh, for hitting buttons I'm not supposed to be hitting. Nose cure. That is weird. Reason connection is not
Hello,
secure.
Operator Tanner. Hal told me that you'd be calling.
Like I had a choice. No, I'm just kidding. What's all about?
Okay, I'll try to keep this short. About a month ago, I started working on a missing persons case. A woman reported that her husband had been gone for over 48 hours. Almost right away, the case felt different. Red tape all over the place. An unusual lack of cooperation from my superiors and colleagues. Unanswered calls. Suddenly, the FDI felt like the most incompetent department in the country. After an almost endless game of phone tag, I finally managed to get an appointment with a superior. The plan was to sit down and talk about the case first thing Monday morning. That Sunday night, I'm awoken by a phone call. The woman's apartment has burned to the ground. And the woman, what's left of her anyway, has been found dead in the ashes.
So then what'd you do?
So I started looking into the fire, of course. I couldn't help myself. Plus, I felt like I owed it to Mia. That was the woman's name. Mia Cole. Anyway, it wasn't long before my superiors found out and pressured me to stop. They told me the fire had been ruled accidental, the result of faulty wiring in our oven. They told me I was wasting my time and precious FDI resources by looking into it, and said if I continued, I'd end up pushing papers in a basement somewhere. But that fire, Operator Tanner, that fire was no accident. I can feel it. Mia was murdered. I just have to prove it. That's where I'm hoping you can help me.
Okay.
Go ahead and search them in the human DB. The husband's name is Sasha. Sasha and Mia Cole. Please.
Wow, I can't even see his face. Nothing. Except that he's a male.
Just another coincidence, right? Look, I don't know why, but someone doesn't want us looking into Sasha and Mia Cole. But we have to, Operator Tanner. It's our job. Who's going to do it if we don't? Can you help me find proof Mia's fire wasn't an accident? You'll take a look then? Oh, thank you. As far as how to access the case files, that's not really my area of expertise. But you can ask Hal.
Oh my goodness. How can I access the file? Funny, I was just working on this very thing, so it looks like I can't give you the direct access to the files. But I found a bug in the chat. You should be able to inject a query that I'll get you in. Just type this. Okay, but it's like... okay. Ting marin de dos cinco de cucaramácara tres me cuenta patas tiene el gato 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. No. I'm psychic.
Despite being, well, a thorn in the side, you have to admit Hal gets results.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Sure he does. Cause of death, accident of fire. Notes are redacted. February 25 at 2 a.m. Lasted a whole hour and 12 minutes before they put it out. formatting picture. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I kinda need that already. I said I'll get like 2 UNDP though. You have opened a chemical sample. We have automatically given you access to the CSLCA data report application. You can find it with the other applications in the top left menu. Please review the user manual relative to the chemical sample. This is process before proceeding. You can find those documents on your personal drive. Right. Okay. For liquid. Solid. What is this? Oh man, can't see. This is ash, which is non-organic, also solid. So this is 6.0. No. Yeah. Delta V. What the heck is that? Oh, for an unorganic sample weight. Threshold. Solids, it should be half of the delta V. So 110. And matrix size is 5. If you're using an older version, then 1.3, you must set it to 4. What version am I using? Oh, I'm blind. So this is 5. I meant. I suck at it. Whoever made this game was like being a detective, which is cool. Okay, now what? How to read the results. The chem scan LCA will give us a result. Analysis will bring us a response curve and additional sample characteristics. Correct. I cannot speak today. Correct. Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. Such as pH, radioactivity, etc. Characteristics. Jeez, man. It's a tongue twister today for me. Those values are going to be used by the CSLA data. CSLCA data report. Open the data report software and input the CCBT, pH, and frequencies in order to calculate the exact composition. Terms must be entered from the highest to the lowest. Okay, highest to lowest. First we need 901, 6.5, highest to lowest. Composition 1 is cellulose wood. Oh, gasoline, which should not be there if this was an accident.
I knew it. Faulty wiring might... You know what? This was no accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why?
What are you gonna do now?
Maybe I'll end up at a desk in a dark basement somewhere, but I'm going to keep digging into this. It matters to me.
How so?
I grew to know her. Mia, I mean. With our line of work, you try not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy anyway. Almost from the start. And usually, I can turn the switch off.
Looks like I'm zoning out.
But with Mia, I just never could. She wanted to be a singer, she told me. That was her dream. And I'm not exactly an expert, but she did have a good voice. Really.
We'll see. Oh, is that her? Oh no. Oh no. The ghost is haunting me.
Someone killed them, Operator Tanner. Someone killed Mia and her baby. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, thanks, Operator. Because of you, I finally have proof. Knowing Hal, well, as much as someone can know Hal, I have a feeling this won't be the last time you and me work together.
Uh-huh. Probably. Good luck. So you found evidence proving the fire wasn't an accident. Well done, Evan. Maybe there's hope for you yet. The way the FBI has handled the cold case is strange, don't you think? Yeah, I guess it's a bit suspicious. Yeah, it does. I just don't know what they're hiding. Or why. Look, I know you probably still don't trust me. I'm on the FBI's most wanted list. I hacked into your computer. I get it. But tell me something. Why would I bother going through the trouble of working with a low-level FBI employee? Ouch. Sorry. If I didn't have a good reason. No, that's funny. I guess I literally have no idea. Maybe you're thinking about turning me in to get that reward. But it's too late. You're in too deep. Oh, crap. Be careful. Of course.
Operator Tanner, can I have a word?
Sure.
I see that you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why?
No, I'm just kidding.
I see. In the future, I want you to avoid anything related to Sasha and Mia Cole. It's a closed case. A total waste of your time. And if by chance something else pops up concerning the Coles, and this is very important, you come to me right away. Understood?
I just can't help it.
Oh, there's no deal, Evan. It's just highly confidential. Classified. And way above your pay grade. I'm sure you understand.
No. I mean, yes and no. Yeah,
I'll talk to you later.
Good choice. No, it wasn't. I know that was probably a difficult line to your friend, but you did the right thing. Evan, as a reward, I'll tell you something about myself. Something that only 2 other people know. The reason I have so much access to FDI, I used to work there. You were in the FDI. I can't tell you more for the moment. It's probably you. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, I was as impossible as improbable as that seems. What do I do now, man? now, nothing. I'll be in touch later, Evan. I really don't like that guy. FDA headquarters, Washington, D.C., 4:55 p.m. DC.
So who the hell am I talking to this time?
Still the same person?
The same operator Tanner from before?
Yep.
Good. You haven't been fired. I was afraid
Wow,
I'd have to
so much
explain
confidence.
this goddamn case all over again. I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert. You remember, right? Where she said this, flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else.
Something
You could say that. You could definitely say that. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand. I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they've been moved. Put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. Advanced state of decomp. They dig under another stone. And lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out, we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard.
Wow.
Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real young.
That sucks.
Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math. Look, I won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner?
Consider it done.
Let me send you the files. Well, it's taken a while. Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. Dryfield. Okay. Looks like it went through. About goddamn time.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age. Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
Who's that guy? Bar. Instead of that checklist. Miss Lady Gabby, you're in good hands. Sincerely, Dr. Jenkins. Okay. Where's that list? Is she on this list? 2 people. Gabby Mills, Gabby Bruce. What the heck was that girl doing there? She was only 9 years old.
How did you find this, Tanner? Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does. But I need concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks?
Well, the medical examiner said she had.
I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner. Breaks your goddamn heart. What the hell is going on out here? And what's a connection to Connie? Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay. Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list, too?
Funny. I spelled that wrong, didn't I? Oh, yeah, right here.
So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means?
Missing. Circled. I mean, well, I wrote mod. My brain ain't working today. Alive. Okay, so cross out means missing. Why do I have to keep doing that? Just make sure. Yeah, he's alive. And let's try to base a list. Just to make sure. Yep, they're all flags.
Looks to be about 100 names like that. That number matches the stones. God
Right.
damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner.
What's that?
They found him buried in a lab coat. With some, you're never gonna guess.
Oh no.
Floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? Now the second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The operator program. Oh, I'm sending everything
Not a
your
computer,
way.
so.
There you go.
Alright, we'll take a break right here. Whew, figure out what we're gonna do with this floppy disk tomorrow.